Hello everyone, welcome to our Having Fun with Programming series, where we develop our programming skills while creating a lot of cool stuff. Today we are going to create the Matrix effect. So if you watch the Matrix movies, you notice the Matrix effect, the screen with the falling numbers and symbols. So what we're going to do today is to replicate this effect using what we know of programming. So I'm gonna open Vizzcode. Vizzcode is a development environment, so you can have it in Portuguese or in English, where you program with visual programming and text programming, so you can have a great time while developing your programming skills. So I'm going to create a new project, a blank project here, and I'm gonna call it Matrix Effect. So I don't know about you guys, but I've watched Matrix when I was young, and one of the main reasons that I chose programming was because of Matrix. I mean, what they showed that the computer world is possible. I mean, of course, it's a science fiction movies, but the possibilities that you can create on while programming, that's why I'm here in this field. It's so cool. And today I want to show you that you can create a lot of cool stuff and develop your programming skills while doing that. For this program, for example, we're gonna use a print on a screen. That's the basic. We're gonna use the while. We're gonna use the if statement to random numbers. So it's gonna be really cool. So here on Vizzcode, you can zoom in, zoom out on the visual programming screen. Hold the right mouse button to navigate. So let's start with the importing a library to print on the user screen. So I'm gonna build this program, and I'm gonna create a lot of different ways to develop the matrix effect, so you guys can also explore on your home and then share your executable file with your friends. So it's gonna be really cool, because here on Vizzcode you can have the executable file and send to whoever you want. So let's create a new procedure. So the procedure will be the main procedure, where we put all the main commands for this program. And here on the right you can see that the code just appeared, and you can program with both, so you can use the best of both worlds. So I'm going to start creating a while loop. So a while loop is something that repeats the conditions inside the conditions, repeats the commands inside the loop while a certain condition is true. But we want to print forever on the screen to do the matrix effect. So I'm gonna put the condition true. So forever we're gonna repeat these commands here. So you can see that it's really easy, right, to create a while. And here I'm gonna start printing some numbers. So I'm gonna print 0 and I'm gonna print 1. Let us see what will happen. Let's compile the program and run. So it's really cool. You can see that we already have something like the matrix effect, but because of the numbers are always 0 and 1, you can see that the screen is not shaking really good. I mean, it's kind of still. So let's close here, because the program will run forever. Let's try to use the random numbers, so we can make it more cool, the effect. So let me import the random library, so you can use some procedures that will generate some random numbers. So I can come here. As you guys can see, I can use both. And so I deleted here, so it deleted automatically here. So I'm gonna create a variable that will have, so inside the while loop, I'm gonna create a new variable. Now I'm gonna print directly, it's better. So as you guys can see here, that I'm gonna print a random number, a random integer number from 0 to 1. Let us see how it's gonna look. So you can rearrange the nodes so it can look more nicey and organized, but you can also keep it close here so you can see everything here on the screen. So let me compile the program, save of course, and run. So you guys can see that the random numbers also already created a nice effect here, but I think that they are too close to each other, so maybe generate some space will make it look better. So let me do something here. Let me create a variable that will store random numbers. So new variable here that stores a random integer number. Let's go from 0 to 3. Let's see how it's gonna look. So so while the condition is true, we have to make an if statement. So if the number that we generated, let me put the var here inside the loop, right? So you guys can see I can copy it here and I can paste inside the while. So it's really cool, right? So creating the var inside the loop. So I'm gonna create an if statement so we can branch our code. So if the var equals to 2, let me put from 0 to 2. If it's true, I'm gonna print a blank space. But if it's not true, I'm gonna just print the number 0 or 1. So I'm gonna print int, because it's an integer, print int, and I'm gonna print the var. So let me review the program here. We are looping forever. Oops, we're looping here forever, and I'm creating a variable that stores a random number from 0 to 2. If that number is 2, I'm gonna print a blank space. If it's not true, I'm gonna print 0 or 1. Let's see how it looks. Oh, so the space is already making the effect look nicer, right? So let me try something else. Let me try to put the space a little bigger. Let me see if it works like. So if the var is larger or equal to 2, so if it's 2, 3, 4, 5 until 9, gonna be a space. If it's not, gonna be 0 or 1. Let me run. So it's more spacey, right? Really nice. And we can also change the number to another symbol. For example, so if it's not true, I can print a symbol here. For example, I can print a pipe. For example, let me see how it's gonna look. Whoa! So it's kind of what? Star Wars, right? We're in the middle of space. Let me try to give more space here so we can see more like 50. Let me see how it works. So that's a Star Wars effect, right? I mean, in the middle of a galaxy with a lot of stars. Really cool. So as you guys can see, you can mess around here. You can also do something else, like you can print numbers from 0 to 9. So you can print here int the number var. If the number is larger or equal to 10, we're gonna put a space. If it's not, we're gonna print the number. Let's see how it works. So you can see some random numbers, right? Really cool. We can give more space or less space if you want to. More space will look like this, and if we give less space, like this, looks this way. I mean, you can mess around. It's really cool. There's another effect that's really nice. So you can go like from 0 to 1. So if it's equal to 1, we're gonna print a space. If it's not, I'm gonna print this symbol here. Let me get the print. So this effect, let us see how it's gonna look. Not this one, like this one. So this effect's kind of like the old TVs. We're now in the digital age, right, with digital TVs, but the old analogical TVs, when you're trying to set the channel, it would look like something like this. So it's really cool, right? We can mess around, we can put a lot of different symbols. And so that's it, guys. That's what I wanted to show you in this video, that you can do a lot of fun stuff while programming, and you can also improve your knowledge, right? So we use while, ifs, variable, random, so a lot of cool important concepts of programming. Here on the right you have the code that is something really like Python or C++, the main language, so you can have fun here with this with Vizzcode while learning real programming. So it's really cool. And as I said, if you want to generate your executable file, you can share with your friends. You can know all about this on the Vizzcode documentation on vizzcode.com, and that's where you also download Vizzcode. So thank you very much, everybody, and I see you guys in the next lesson. Bye.